Imagine clicking on a video with a title and thumbnail that promise to unlock a secret to easing arthritis pain naturally. No pills, no side effects, just pure health wisdom waiting to be shared with you. That's what's in store as you dive into this journey together, exploring a simple yet powerful vitamin that could transform how your joints feel day to day. The person sharing this can't wait to spill the beans, and they're inviting you to like, share, comment, and subscribe so more folks can join this wellness adventure, because when something works this well, you want to shout it from the rooftops. Picture this. Someone, let's call her Nancy, a 65-year-old with a knack for finding natural fixes, wakes up one morning feeling unusually limber. She's dealt with stiffness for years. Old sports injuries and a cranky spine had made mornings a creaky ordeal. But this time, it's different. Her joints feel like they've been oiled up overnight. Puzzled, she traces it back to a vitamin she tried the day before, something she'd never bothered with until now. What was it about this little discovery that made such a difference? That's what you're about to uncover together. Now, you might be wondering what arthritis even does to your body. It's not just old age or a random ache. It's inflammation gnawing at your cartilage, wearing down joints, and leaving you with pain that lingers like an unwelcome guest. Plenty of folks turn to NSAIDs or steroids to quiet it down, and sure, they can help. But here's the catch. Those come with baggage. Think stomach troubles, kidney strain, or even weaker joints over time. What if there's a gentler way to soothe that fire without torching the rest of your system? That's where this journey gets exciting. Nancy's discovery hinges on something tiny but mighty, a molecule called NAD. Don't worry, this isn't a science lecture. It's more like a backstage pass to how your body turns food into energy. NAD is like the crew chief, making sure electrons get bundled into ATP, the fuel your cells crave. It's tied to over 400 genes, so when it's running low, things go haywire. Ever feel like your energy's drained or your muscles ache for no reason? That could be NAD waving a red flag, hinting you need a boost. So, what happens when NAD dips to low? Your body's repair shop slows down. Collagen, the stuff that keeps your skin and joints plump, takes a hit. Inflammation creeps in, fatigue settles into your bones, and even your muscles start to protest with weakness or pain. It doesn't stop there. Low NAD can nudge you toward bigger troubles like diabetes or faster aging, because your DNA can't patch itself up as well. Sound familiar? How often do you chalk up these signs to just life when they might be clues to something fixable? Here's where it gets personal. Nancy's not a doctor, just someone who's been around the block with aches and pains. She'd tried aspirin before. It's great at calming inflammation by tinkering with cell proteins and fats. But then she stumbled on this vitamin that does something similar, minus the gut-wrenching side effects. It tackles oxidative stress, the chaos in your cells that makes arthritis worse, and leaves you feeling looser, lighter. Ever had a day where you just feel good in your skin? That's the vibe she's chasing. Ready for the big reveal. It's vitamin B3, specifically niacinamide. Not to be confused with its cousin niacin, which is awesome for cholesterol. Niacinamide zeroes in on inflammation and arthritis relief. Nancy found that taking it in small doses, say 100 to 150 milligrams a few times a day, works better than one big hit. Why? It keeps your system humming along smoothly, sidestepping genetic hiccups that might mess with how your body uses it. How do you tweak your routine to fit this in? That's worth pondering. To make this work, you've got to set the stage. Protein's your buddy here. Think of it as the bricks for rebuilding those worn-out joints. Skip the alcohol, though. It throws a wrench in the process. Fun fact, your body can turn tryptophan, that amino acid in turkey, into B3, but it's a slog, 60 parts tryptophan for 1 part B3. If your diet's heavy on corn or junk food, the conversion stalls out, leaving you short. Ever notice how a rough week of eating makes you feel creakier? It's all connected. Nancy's story isn't unique. Maybe you've got your own tale of trial and error with stiff joints. She's still a fan of vitamin D and other helpers, but niacinamides get a special spot in her toolkit. It's not about replacing everything else. It's about adding a player that's non-toxic, wallet-friendly, and effective. Imagine sipping your morning coffee, popping a small dose, and feeling your shoulders loosen up as the day unfolds. What would it mean to you to start your mornings with that kind of ease? Let's talk timing, because that's half the battle. Nancy learned the hard way that taking niacinamide right before bed might not be the move at first. It can rev you up, which is great if you're planning a walk or some light stretching, but less so if you're aiming for shut-eye. Ease into it earlier in the day, maybe with breakfast or lunch, and see how your body vibes with it. Have you ever tried tweaking when you take your vitamins? Little shifts like that can unlock big wins. The beauty of this wisdom is its simplicity. You don't need a lab coat or a fat wallet, just a willingness to experiment with what fuels you. Niacinamide isn't a cure-all, but it's a tool that could shift how you move through your day. Think about those moments when pain holds you back. Maybe it's bending down to tie your shoes or chasing after a grandkid. What if a small change could hand you back some of that freedom? That's the kind of real-world payoff we're talking about. Nancy's still geeking out over how this clicked for her. She'd spent years shrugging off stiffness as normal, but now she's wondering why she waited so long to try something new. It's not just about her joints, it's the energy to tackle her day, the little bounce in her step she'd forgotten was possible. What's one thing you've accepted as normal that you'd love to shake up? This could be your nudge to rethink it. Now, let's keep this journey rolling together. Have you ever shared a tip with a friend that totally changed their day? That's the vibe here. Pass this along to someone who might need it. Drop a comment below with your own arthritis hacks or questions. It's how we build this community of health explorers. The more you chime in, the more we all learn. What's worked for you lately? Picture this vitamin as a quiet hero in your pantry. It's not flashy, no neon labels or wild promises, just a steady partner in keeping your joints happy. Pair it with a hearty bowl of oatmeal or a juicy chicken salad, and you're giving your body a fighting chance to mend itself. Can you smell that warm, nutty oats or taste the tender, savory bite of chicken? That's the kind of fuel that makes this wisdom stick. As you weave this into your life, think of it as a small act of rebellion against creaky joints and sluggish days. You're not just swallowing a pill, you're telling your body, hey, we've got this. It's empowering, right? How often do you give yourself permission to take charge like that? This is your chance to step into it, one dose at a time. Nancy's still tweaking her approach, and she'd love for you to join her on this path. Maybe you start with a tiny dose tomorrow morning, just to test the waters. Notice how your knees feel when you stand up, or how your hands grip that coffee mug. Small wins add up. Before you know it, you're moving through your day with a little more swagger. What's one small step you could take today to feel better tomorrow? This isn't about perfection. It's about progress, one step at a time. You're not alone in this. Thousands of folks are out there searching for the same relief, and you're part of that crew now, united in this quest for better days. Why not share this video with them? Hit that like button if it sparked something for you. Drop a comment to keep the conversation alive. Maybe share how your journey's going, and subscribe so you don't miss the next gem. Sharing's how we grow this community. Imagine the ripple effect if everyone passed this wisdom along, spreading hope and practical tips far and wide like wildfire. Together, you're building something powerful. Let's keep it rolling. So here's your nudge. Don't let this be just another video you watch and forget. Grab that bottle of niacinamide, set it by your breakfast plate, and start your own experiment. You've got the tools, the know-how, and a whole squad cheering you on. Let's make today the day you take back a piece of your comfort, your energy, your life, because you deserve to feel good, and this is how we get there together. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's keep this health wisdom spreading far and wide.